Hello guys, how are you? Welcome to another video. It's Golitech, and today we want to talk about creating analytic rules in Sentinel. Yeah, so in the other videos that we went together, so we created the Sentinel, and then we ingested the logs, we connected data connectors, and now we want to go and create basically the analytic rules, right? So analytic rules are those rules which are which you can set to be run hourly or based on the time or based on some different criteria, and then they find those incidents or alerts or events matching your rule, and then they will show you as an alert and as a ticket or as an incident, so you can configure how they should be shown. So let's get started. So now I'm on Sentinel but on Defender portal, so you can exactly do the same on Defender on Azure. However, soon it will be migrated everything to Defender portal, this portal which I'm sharing now. That's why in this video I decided just to show it here, but exactly the same steps is the same there on Azure. You can also do so no worry for that one. Yeah, so this is my test environment. Let's go to Sentinel. And as you know, so content hub, we talk a little bit, data connectors we already talked, and today we are going to talk about analytics here, right? So just let's see. So these are the analytics. You can see here active rules, so there is nothing here. There are some template rules and anomalies. Anomalies is those, something which is not normal in and these are also in your Sentinel by default, but rule template, this one I added. So let's see how we can add the rule templates here. So if you remember, when we go to the content hub and then we were choosing these solutions, and for example Azure activity, I have already installed that one. That's why I have some template rules. But if you see here, there are analytic rules here. Yeah, so once we install this solution, there are 14 analytic rules and one connector which we already connected, that one, and hunting query and workbook, which we will see also later, right? And if you don't have this installed in your environment, so for this video I'm going to use Azure activity, but you can use any other solution. So select this one, Azure activity, and mine is showing manage, but for you most probably it's showing install. Yeah, so and then you click on install, and then it takes a couple of seconds, so which again we can see in another videos. But yeah, once it is installed, you can see here installed, and then now we can go to analytics, right? So in analytics we will see the rules, and then basically this is the first place for SOC teams and people who work with Sentinel to adjust the rules and these kind of things. So there are rule templates here. Let's say for example with rare one, so I'm just choosing some rules here. So these are the rules that are here, and let's see, I just wanted to choose this one, rare subscription level. Yeah, so once you click on the rule, you can see several things. Here is the severity, the name of the rule type. So this is schedule, this is NRT, near real time, and the source you see it's Azure activity, so this package that we chose, and tactics is based on the MyThread framework, and techniques here you see that as well, and source name Azure activity. So here is also description again, the source, and also the query itself. Yeah, so here is the query, and you can see here run query every 1 day, every day, last 14 days of data. So we are going to use this one as a template, so we can here click on create rule, and then we will go to the creating rule page. Yeah, so the name is that one, we can keep it. This is the description. We can change everything, but this is the template, so I will keep as a Microsoft solution, and you can see here which tactics are using. Yeah, so credential access, persistence, so and status enabled. So we go to the next one, set rule logic. For rule logic, you can see this is already there. So the query, so in Sentinel, for most of the stuff there is already a template. Yeah, so we don't need to invent a wheel again. However, if you are really experienced, if you know exactly which kind of data topics, whatever you want, so you can create also custom rules, but usually you don't need. Yeah, so for most of the cases there are a lot of templates here, and you can use them. So let's go and let's continue, and you can see alert enrichment. You can again change some stuff here, and custom details. You can also add alert details, whatever you want you can change, and run query every day, or let's, for example, let's make it every hour, and look up data for the last 14 days. Yeah, that's okay, we can see that, and start running automatically. Yeah, so you can see here, toggle to set with this, starts running automatically. Yeah, so and then if you want to change the time, or for example you want to specify the start time, you can choose the second one, and is greater than 0, so we want to see everything. And here is something important: configure how rule query results are grouped into alerts. Group all events into a single alert. Yeah, so this is really good because it reduces the noise. Yeah, so it's really helpful, so you will not see a lot of different things, so you will see a compact, and basically it is mentioned group all the events into a single one. Yeah. And yeah, we can go to the next step. So create incidents from alert triggered by this analytic rule. So here is, basically in Sentinel there is two things: alert and incidents. Yeah, so alert is the first step and incident is the second step. So we create incidents from alerts. Yeah, there are different alerts, and after correlation, so which Sentinel or XDR and Microsoft Defender can do for us, we will see an incident based on those alerts. Yeah, I usually keep this on, is enabled, and if you wanna again group related alerts, you can do that here. So alert grouping, and yeah, incidents correlation 10 and default, that's okay. And here which we go again after that, so automation rules. These are the work the playbooks, the playbooks that you create for the automation response, and these kind of things. Yeah, we can come back to this. So once we create it, so I want to show you different wizards, right? And let's go for review and create. And now this is the summary what we have configured together, and let's choose, yeah, save. So now the rule is there. Yeah, so this was the rule template, this was the anomalies, and now we have the active rules. Yeah, so this is the rule which is active. Yeah, so we just created from the rule templates, and now this is the only single rule that is active here. Yeah, so again we can click here, and now you see this rule is there. You can change, modify the columns, disable it, delete it, rule run it, and analytics workbook. So here you can see health and audit, so everything. Yeah, and again, so here you can also specify the choose on your rules. Yeah, so based on rule type, status, tactics, whatever. So when you have a lot of rules, this is gonna helpful. Yeah, gonna be helpful, so just for you to see the specific rules that you want. Yeah, so let's again from this wizard we can edit it, and now exactly it's the same steps there. So we come here to automated response. Yeah, so here we can do automated response, view all automation rules that may be triggered by these analytics rules, and create new automation. So this is the classic one, so there will be some changes already there, and I think in March, until March, so which is so couple of last month, I think 26. So this is done, and for more information you can read exactly here what has been changed basically. But yeah, let's add the automation rule. So automation rule is once this incident, alert, or event is triggered and found, what we want to do. This is automated way. Yeah, so we are going to add new and automation rules. For example, we have rule 1, so there is no difference, it's just or rule 1 playbook. Yeah, and then trigger when incident is created. Yeah, based on this one. And if so here is the condition, so analytic rule name, if everything is there, so you can based on the conditions you specify, so when it should be done. Action, we can, for example, action run the playbook, change the status, change severity, add tags, whatever. Yeah, so once the once the incident is created. So we can run a playbook. So, or for example, here we are going to add tags, yeah, and then we can tag, for example, because since this is for subscription, we can subscription. So this is alert regarding to subscription, yeah. So that's why we can, it's just an example. So we apply the tags, and then after that here rule expression, so we don't need to expire the order one, and then we can apply it, yeah. Again, review, and then here we can validate it. And I think here, yeah, we can save it, let it be done here. And yeah, so again, yeah, now our rule is there, so our playbook, so the automation response is also there. So let's check it again, what we have here. Yeah, so you can see again description and information about this one. So and the incidents from this rule enabled. So now we are just reviewing what we have here, and now let's compare it with the template. So we have taken a template, and we have done some changes, and let's compare it with the template. So what is difference? Yeah, what is the what are the changes that we have done? So this is like Git, yeah. It can show you what are the differences between the existing rule and the template one. So as you can see, existing rule is 1 hour, which we changed, but in the template was 1 day, yeah. And anything else, yeah, so these are the difference between exactly the lines, yeah, but this one is the changes that we have done, that's one. And yeah, so this is the comparison rule. So we want to see, okay, how much your rule is different than the template one. So this is also a good point that can help you as well. I think that's it for this video, and yeah, I hope you have enjoyed that one. So you can create another rules, different rules, and play with it and take it from the templates, or you can also create your own rules, but it's a bit hard if you are not experienced with Sentinel and with different SIEM solutions, or with writing query. But I think that's enough for this video. I hope you have enjoyed, and have a nice day. Bye bye.